Hello, my dear students, and welcome back. I know your exams are coming up very soon, so I thought let's do a super quick and easy revision of this very important chapter, temperature and its measurement. We'll make it so simple you'll remember it forever.
This reminds me of Lombok and Faipan's story in your textbook. And it happens in our homes all the time, right? Mommy just touches your forehead and says, "Oh, you have a fever." It feels like magic. But as students of science, we have to ask, is just touching something a reliable way to know its temperature? Let's find out.
So, here's the big question. Is your hand a good enough thermometer? Can you always trust what you feel? Well, there's a really fun little experiment we can do to check.
Let's try this magic water trick. It's right there in your textbook. All you need are 3 bowls of water. In one, put some warm water. In another, ice-cold water. And the third one, just normal tap water. Now, put your right hand in the warm water and your left hand in the ice-cold water. Keep them there for a minute or two, and then put both hands into the normal tap water at the same time. What do you think is going to happen?
It's a surprise. The same tap water feels cool to the hand that was in warm water, but it feels warm to the hand that was in the ice-cold water. How can that be? It's the same water. Well, this little trick proves that our sense of touch can get confused. It's not always reliable for measuring temperature. So, if our hands can't be trusted, then what is the proper way to measure how hot or cold something is? Well, let's meet the real hero of our story. And that hero is temperature. It's as simple as that. Temperature is the reliable, scientific measure that tells us exactly how hot or how cold something is. No confusion. And how do we find out the temperature? We need a special gadget, a super tool. And that super gadget is called a thermometer. It gives us the accurate number every single time. Now hold on, there are different kinds of thermometers for different jobs. Let's start with the one you all know very well, the one the doctor uses when you're not feeling well. This one is called a clinical thermometer. You know, a long time ago, thermometers had a shiny liquid called mercury inside, which is actually quite toxic. But now, we use these amazing digital ones. They are much safer, work on a small battery, and are so easy to read. And we use them only to measure our body's temperature. Now this is a very, very important point for your exam beta. A clinical thermometer is only for measuring the human body temperature. Look at its range. It's very small, only from 35 to 42 degrees Celsius. That's because our body temperature usually stays within this little window. This also means you should never, ever use it to measure boiling water or hot milk. It will break. So, that raises a question, doesn't it? What if we want to measure something very hot, like boiling water, or very cold, like ice? Well, for that, we need a different kind of thermometer. We need the one scientists use, the laboratory thermometer. And there it is. See how it's much longer and bigger? And look at its range. It can go from -10 degrees all the way up to 110 degrees Celsius. Wow, that's a huge range, which makes it perfect for all kinds of science experiments in the lab. But using this one correctly is key. Just look at this picture from your textbook. There are 2 very important rules. First, you must hold it perfectly straight, or vertical, no tilting. Second, the bulb at the bottom, which is the sensitive part, must be surrounded by the liquid, but it should not touch the bottom or the sides of the container. That's how you get a perfect, accurate reading. So, let's put our 2 superstars side by side. It's actually very simple to remember. Clinical is for the clinic, for your body, and has a small range. Laboratory is for the lab, for experiments, and has a very wide range. One is a specialist, the other is an all-rounder. This slide is perfect for a quick screenshot for your revision.
You are all doing so wonderfully. Now that we've revised all the concepts, what do you say we test our knowledge? Are you ready? Chalo, let's practice a few questions that could pop up in your exam.
Okay, first question for you. What is the normal temperature of a healthy human being? Now be careful, look at the unit, it's degrees Celsius. Is it 98.6, 37.0, or 32.0? Think carefully. Yes, you got it. The correct answer is 37.0 degrees Celsius. Fantastic! Now, that 98.6 is a common trick question. That's the temperature in Fahrenheit, which is a different scale, so don't get confused by that. Excellent job. All right, next up, have a close look at these 4 pictures from your textbook. We have 4 students trying to measure the temperature of water in a beaker, but only one of them is doing it the correct way. Which one is it? Okay, let's see. Look at the first student. Oh, the thermometer is tilted. That's not correct. Now, look at the third student. The bulb is touching the bottom of the beaker. That's also wrong. You remember the rules we just talked about, right?
Aha! But look at student number 4. The thermometer is perfectly straight and the bulb is right in the middle of the water, not touching any surface. This is the perfect technique. Well done, everyone.
Last question. A quick fill-in-the-blank for you. The temperature of ice-cold water, which is around 0 degrees Celsius, cannot be measured by a which thermometer? The answer is a clinical thermometer. And why? Because a clinical thermometer's range only starts from 35 degrees Celsius. It simply can't measure a temperature as low as 0. See? It's all about remembering the range. Simple. So, to summarize everything, here are the 4 golden points you must remember. 1. Temperature tells us how hot or cold something is. 2. A clinical thermometer is for the body, with that small range of 35 to 42. 3. A laboratory thermometer is for experiments, with that huge range of -10 to 110. And 4. The normal human body temperature is 37 degrees Celsius. Remember these and you'll do great.
And that's a wrap on our quick revision. See? It wasn't hard at all. You are all so smart and you've understood these concepts so well. Keep up this wonderful work, don't take too much stress, and you are going to do wonderfully in your exams. All the best, Beta.